So right here I'm drinking a cup of stupidity, and beside it is another cup of stupidity. And I'm sorry guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm kind of referring to the Verge and Vox Media's recent double down of them copyright striking two YouTubers in particular. So what exactly happened with The Verge, and why are they copying so much backlash, and why is it exponentially worse this time around? Well, it has to do with a few things. And as you guys may have seen in the intro, I did apologize because I thought I made a mistake. And in The Verge's case, I think they just don't know how to apologize and fix their mistakes. And this time around, they clearly didn't learn their lesson from the first PC build video, which was so misleading that it had the potential to hurt others. This second time around, it again has the potential to hurt others, those being Rich from Review Tech USA and Carl from Bitwit, in the form of their careers. And if they copped two more of these bogus claims within 3 months, their careers could have been finished. But anyway guys, just like the first video I critiqued, today I'm going to be going over this article and critiquing it for all the misinformation it has. And also, we're going to be taking a look at YouTube's copyright system and why it's currently broken and what YouTube could do to fix it. So let's go through this article that Nile, who I believe is in charge of The Verge, wrote in response in light of the copyright strikes on these two particular channels. And they first of all said that they pulled the copyright strikes, and I believe they have retraced them, but they said that YouTube agreed with them that it was crossing the line of fair use. And in fact, when we go over to Carl's Twitter, he actually posted the first few lines of what YouTube sent to the Vox Media group, and that was that they were concerned that these were false copyright strike claims and that they weren't going anywhere near fair use. So in other words, what Carl's saying on Twitter completely contradicts what Nile is saying in his article. That's the first contradiction. The next one is the 90%. He says that these videos were using over 90% of the content that they created in the original PC build video. 90%, I mean, that's pretty like, wow, okay, if you're just straight copy pasting 90% of that video, I would agree with you, Nile. And so I quickly got a hold of Carl's video and scanned through it, and he was talking for about 50% of the video, which is well under the 90% that you are claiming. And same with Rich, when I scanned through his video, it was well under 90%. So I don't know where you pulled this fact from. And if you're gonna make claims like this, at least please do your research. Then the next thing, he goes through this article and says it's pretty racist and gives no context whatsoever. I'm not sure which video you're referring to, Review Tech USA's or Carl's, because I watched both of them. I thought there was absolutely no shred of racism in there whatsoever. And the fact of Kyle, I believe his Lyle character is based off of his grandfather, who is his family member, and I'm not sure how you can be racist against your own family. But the next thing, going through this article, there's these two snippets where Nile kind of pretends that he's going to be the hero, he's saving the day here because his legal team decided to do something, and he's going to do the right thing and listen to all the criticism he's copying and retrace the copyright strikes. And I mean, good job. I mean, you are the superhero here, Nile. We should put you in a Superman costume and call you Super Nile. But actually, this would be okay. I mean, I think you would be a superhero if your article just wasn't full of bogus facts. Again, the 90% and the pretty racist comments, I just think they have no ground and context whatsoever pertaining to the issue that you're talking about. But then going through the rest of this article, they're saying that they're copying a heap of criticism, a heap of backlash, a heap of hatred, and they're even copying death threats. Like, okay, this is getting pretty serious now. Like, sure, no one likes to get death threats sent to them, but this is the example. It's literally referring to your actual business and good luck staying alive. And they're not even referring to any particular person. They're clearly referring to your business, and the internet is not going to forget. And what they mean by that is all the dodgy stuff you've pulled, people will not want to watch your content anymore, and so your views and your subscribers will go down, which is exactly what is happening. Anyway, with that article aside, I just really don't get it. What is going on at The Verge? you guys messed up with the PC build video, and you then played the deflection card, and at least you pulled the video down, but you could have, in hindsight, just said, sorry guys, we made a mistake, a big mistake, and you could have got anyone in from the tech community to help you build the PC properly, and then it would have all been done and dusted. And in fact, you could have rebuilt your credibility that quickly. Because sure, it looks like your channel is not an enthusiast tech orientated channel. The fact that you sort of deflected it and now you're doubling down on ignorance and then copyright striking two channels and essentially copyright striking and trying to affect their careers on bogus claims is disgusting. And unfortunately, you guys deserve all the critique and all the hatred coming your way because you just didn't learn. When you make a mistake, you just apologize for it and even make a follow-up rectifying the situation, and the internet usually forgets about it and moves on. But you didn't. You played the ignorance and deflection card, and now you're playing the ignorance and deflection card again, and because you didn't learn your lesson the first time, it now makes it exponentially worse, as I said in the intro. But furthermore, what makes it even worse this time around is that what you're accusing Kyle and Rich of is exactly what your channel is built around. You grab other people's content and critique it and comment on it. So why, for the love of God, would you even enact this copyright strike to begin with? And honestly, I just don't get what your train of thought is over at The Verge and Vox Media. It just has no rationale, it lacks so much logic, and it's full of ignorance and deflection. And when you're on the internet, whether you like it or not, you are always going to be critiqued, no matter what you do. So The Verge, good luck weathering through this shitstorm. But anyway guys, the second part of this video, we're actually gonna talk about the YouTube copyright system and what has gone on in the last few years and what YouTube's intentions were with it and why it's kind of broken now, in the sense that things like this can happen where Kyle and Rich get striked for not doing anything wrong. And essentially YouTube allowed smaller creators the ability to copyright strike other people who are just straight ripping their content and then making money off it. And because smaller content creators don't have the legal resources, they don't have the utilities available, this system was a double-edged sword in that you're seeing the opposite effect of it happening now, where you're getting bogus claims and people who don't own the copyright material actually striking others. And so I'll give you guys an example in my case. I recently uploaded a video. It was a showcase of the Jules Xeon build we did, Darth Jar Jar, and I used free-to-play music in this. It was royalty-free. However, someone else had used that royalty-free music before me, a snippet of it, in one of their videos. And then they were claiming the ads in that Darth Jar Jar video. And when I researched it more, I said, this is a bogus claim. And so I'm disputing it at the moment, but it still doesn't help the fact that this video has now been deranked because of that. So this is my own example of how people are abusing the copyright system. And in the case of, it's not just striking other channels, it's also claiming other people's ad money. And I believe some channels may be making a living off this at the moment. And it's such a filthy and scummy living. And I just don't know how you could do that as an individual. So what can YouTube do about this system? Well, I think if the whole video has just a straight copy paste of that video, then they should allow other channels to copyright strike other channels. But in the case of YouTube and the system that's in place now, it's just not working in that other channels can say, hey, there's a snippet of our material in here, let's copyright strike this. And we've seen Keemstar from Drama Alert report on this issue a lot because it seems to be getting abused a lot lately. And we've even seen other YouTube channels actually get their channels deleted because of this. But on the other flip side, there is channels that have been deleted as well because they've been putting in false accusations. And now whether YouTube is going to punish Vox Media or The Verge for their bogus claims is yet to be seen. But it is really worrisome that people's livelihoods and their jobs and their careers, in the case of Rich and also Kyle, can be in jeopardy because of these bogus claims. But anyway guys, let us know in the comment section below what you think can be done and how YouTube, I guess, could get some feedback on how to improve their system. I feel like it's just broken at the moment, but YouTube's intentions, I guess, were not to have it happen this way. They were sort of giving the smaller creator a chance to defend themselves, but this ended up happening and people are abusing this system as it stands. Love reading your thoughts and opinions, so let us know in the comments section below, and maybe YouTube can get some ideas out of this as well. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to sub with that bell on, because if you didn't see in the intro, in the background there was an Antec case that's over 11 years old, and we're doing a PC build and a Metro Exodus build. It's actually downloading the game right now, so I'm going to be releasing that sometime tomorrow. So if you got that little bell on, you'll see at the moment it drops in your sub box. And with that said, if you want to get the inside scoop before it even gets to YouTube, be sure to check us out on Instagram, TechYesCity, and I'll catch you in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.